Hello there again, everyone. This is Banekng, and this is part 2 of the how to make a wheat farm tutorial. For those of you that were with me in the last video, we're going to go ahead and continue on. Those of you that skipped ahead, welcome, and you missed out on a good time back there. No, actually it was just some basic stuff that I went through and explained. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started here. This is, like I said before, this is your typical wheat farm. This is wheat, water, tilled land. Anyways, let's go ahead and get to some of the different stuff here. I'm going to go through different little stations on how to build an automated wheat farm and different ways of doing it so that you can figure out how exactly you want to do it. You can copy some of the stuff I've done here, or you can make your own. So anyways, to make your wheat farm, one little trick which a lot of people use is once you till your land here, let me go ahead and just till some land here. When you walk over it, after you walk over it, most times, not all the time, okay, there it goes. It will untill itself, and this happens more often. It's just not happening right now, but it will wind up, and you'll have to go back through after you, unless you can shift and walk over it, go really slow. So when you're farming all of this, you can do that. But if you go through, farm it all, walk back and forth, farming it as you go, it's going to untill, and you're going to have to go back through and redo it. Now, one trick to doing this, and we'll go over here, is underneath the dirt, you put fence posts. When you add these are actually more than 1 block tall. I believe it is well, I know they are. The reason that I believe that this works is because you're not actually walking on the dirt, you're actually walking on these fence posts. So you go through, you till your land. There's no water here, so it's not going to stay, but go through, till your land. When you walk over it, it will not change back. Except the reason it is here, like I said, there's no water, so it will change itself back. It needs to have water by it. Now it's picking up the water from the other side over there in that one. So anyways, we move over here. Speaking of water, and most people will run, like over here, will run water on one side or the other, thinking they need to have, maybe they might even just have a row of wheat here, a row of wheat along here, on either side of the water. Most people don't realize is you actually don't need that much water. The only water here right now is this block right here. This here's a perfect example of it. There is not fencing underneath this here, so it's going to remove itself. So I'm going to shift click here and walk over, or hold down shift. Anyways, for water, it will actually go four all the way around it, 4 diagonally, 4 to the sides, and it will soil what you have, the land that you till along here. Now see, this will go back because it's not reaching there. See, all you really need is, you just need to strategically place your water and not need to or not have to run water all the way along, or have a row and then water down the middle. It's just not needed. So this is one little thing that this allows you to have more farmland and not have to just continuously run water. So over here I have an automated farm. This is a small one. These are all 4x4, and this kind of incorporates some of the stuff over there that I was showing in the first video with the wiring and with the pistons. And it uses the water to that same advantage where it will run. These are 7 long here. Should be 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 long, 4 wide of wheat. The whole thing about this is you can pull the lever here, pulls the pistons up, releases the water. It'll all come down to the bottom here, flows down into one central location here in this corner. Release that back up, go back through and replant all of your seeds. Now you'll notice it has 7 here. The water actually lands here, so this is the 8th block, the starting block where it went to. Run 7. And this one is wired, oops, come up here from the top right here, comes right up. It's a very simple one that's wired, and then it uses the water like this to push it to one side. This one over here uses the same type of thing, except for the pistons are coming from underneath, so the wiring would go underneath. You can hide all of this. As you see, I brought it up so it can be seen, but everything is back here hidden. You can bring it down so that everything would be hidden. Same idea. Pull the lever, all the water comes down, all flows into here, except this one here. The problem with this is it's coming from up here. It is actually traveling too far, and you can see that the water is pushing to here. So this one you can actually go one longer as far as putting some more. Let's see, if we were to put it right here, the waters actually would flow to out here. We can add this. You can see that it stops right here, so we would put another thing of water there, push it over. This gives you one more, actually another 4 wheat that you can use. Same thing, pull the lever, pistons go up, stops the water. Now notice this is with regular pistons. You don't need sticky pistons with this. You don't need to go find slimes. This is the way to do it to get your wheat production going, to keep your food bar up, or for the animal breeding, without having to use sticky pistons. And over here, this uses actually sticky pistons. So if you want to keep it a little cleaner looking, see here, you don't see any of the actual pistons. Pull this lever. It's all underground, same way. Pistons drop these dirt blocks down, push it. Now you notice here, this actually, because you did it this way, this is the starting block, so it'll only travel 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is actually too long. I left this like this on purpose, actually, to show you that you need to count out, as far as when you decide to where to put your pistons, exactly how far along you want it to go. See, now back there, the water was coming from up above. It rolls down, and it actually started down here, as far as on the same level. But here, this is all on the same level. It just flows straight down. So like this one here, let's go back to this one. You see, this is actually, this is a bad example. We'll use this one. This one here, the water is up on this level here. When it comes down, this would be block number 1. Then it goes 7 across, drops down. So we'll come over here to this one. This one, I don't need to worry about that one. Okay, this is the same idea, using sticky pistons, except for pulling it up instead. All hidden so that it's a little cleaner. All flows down into here. So the water is back behind here, drops down right into here, flows down, pushes all the weed out and the seeds. Just go back after each one of these, replant it. Let me show you. Actually, probably should have done this before on the other ones, but this one is wired pretty much the same thing here. The pistons are right there behind this. So this is using the pistons, powering the block behind the pistons. This one here is actually the same thing over there. I was testing. Now, one thing actually about this one, and I'll show you. Every once in a while when you have the water flowing down on top of the pistons, I have run into, and it only happens every once in a while, I don't know if it's certain versions of Minecraft or not, the water won't actually flow all the way, it actually stops. But this is showing you here. I was trying to actually reproduce that here, but I could not do it for some reason. On my Let's Play, when I first actually made it, I had them drop the water dropping down onto the pistons, and it would only certain ones were going all the way down, some of them weren't, and there was nothing blocking it. So anyways, now the other thing you need to look at is actually lighting the farm. The better you have it lit, the faster it will grow, the better it will grow. Certain areas will take a lot longer to grow when it's not lit properly. Now here you can see you can use pumpkins underneath. I have them placed in these different areas for a reason to show you. You can put lava underneath, lava with a fence post, with a iron, I don't even know what these things are called, they're not in here, iron post, I don't know what they're called, I forgot what they call them, iron gates, torches. Now this here you flow. Now obviously some of this is not going to work, and I have this here like this for a reason to show you. Torches obviously you can't put down there, it'll just push them down. Now you notice here you have to have the pumpkins underneath the ground, or on the side. You can have it on the side or underneath. If you put them underneath like this, it will light up a lot better right around the area if you have a bigger farm. But the problem is that right here you won't actually be able to plant anything, which is fine if you can get everything else to grow better. This here works. You put glass with lava underneath it. This, I believe the pumpkin is actually a little bit brighter because it is right on the surface. Obviously you can't do this because it blocks the water from flowing through. And then these here, I'll actually come over to the next one here and I will show you lava with the fence post. With it, I actually changed versions here so it's not showing you the same thing. Lava with the fence post actually connects to the walls in 1.9 pre-release 5. In 1.8.1 obviously it does not do that, so I can't show you that. These iron grates, you can see they do. If the land is tilled next to it, it will not attach itself. Same thing over here. Now the problem with doing it this way though, you cannot actually do it this way because you pull the lever, and if you watch closely you'll see that some of your crops are falling down into the lava over there, even if it's not tilled right here with these, it'll still fall down into them. And besides the fact that if you don't till them, you're losing 5 different places that you can harvest. Now these fence posts, like I had said earlier, they're 1.5 blocks tall actually, so you see that they're actually blocking anything from flowing down. So the best way to do this is to torches on the side, or jack-o'-lanterns on the side, or put actually lava with a glass block up above it. So, excuse me, this over here I will show you a little bit bigger version. It's a much bigger version of it, using lighting, using water, canals, using some pumpkins here. Now the other thing actually I forgot to show you, let me go back to one of these back here. I want to show you one more thing I forgot to mention that is actually very important. We'll go to this one. Now I had said before, water will only fertilize 4 blocks away. So it'll only go 1, 2, 3, 4. Three, four, here we go. So these ones back here, because there's no actual water on this same level, would not actually stay fertilized, or tilled, excuse me, not fertilized, tilled, would not get soiled. So I put water over here, one block of water on either side. I actually don't even need one on either side. It just was for looks. You could actually get away with just doing that, having one, because it's going 4 across, and it's within 4 blocks. On these 3 are the only ones that are not actually getting water to them. See, it kind of puts a little gap right there once you till the land, so that's why I went ahead and did both sides. And I'm showing you that because back here, this is actually 8 deep. This is actually 8 deep back this way, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, it's 12 across. So obviously this little bit of water here is not even coming close to getting any of this stuff back here as far as for the water. So this one works. I can show you down here. This has one water source pushing this way, another one pushing this way to the center. Comes over here, so this is actually the 7th block right here. Drops down. You can see the different levels. This, I added another bucket of water right here. Pushes it all the way down here to the very end. This would be where you would actually collect everything. So go ahead, pull the lever. Lets all the water out. Pushes everything down. Now you will get some, if you don't build it up high enough over here, you will get some stuff that gets stuck up there. Not very often, but you will get some. As you can see, it's all flowing right down here to the very end. Go ahead and shut the water off here. It's all flowing down right to the end here. Walk in, pick it up, and you're done. Now this one flew over. You get 1 or 2 pieces like this. That's not that bad. Now this is one way of doing a little bit of lava lighting in the back. Put these iron grates right here, the iron fencing. I can't remember what they're called. I'm sorry, I'm late. And put some lava behind it. So this lights this up pretty good back here. And then I have, as you can see right here, a couple of water sources right underneath it. That's getting the middle back here, the middle four up this way. Then there's a water right there, and there's another one over here which is covering this side to soil the water, or soil the land, excuse me. This one here is wired up back here, and I am going straight into, get rid of this, the top of these pistons. That's how I'm wiring all these. You see that there's a repeater right here because this is 12 long. So I put a repeater right here so it goes all the way to the end. With this you can obviously bring it down underground however you want to do it to make it easier. And then this over here, what you can do with that is you can take these little 4x4, 12x12, expand them out. You can pretty much make them as big as you want, like this over here. This over here is 7 wide, 8 deep. So that is 7 times 56. Each section's 56. 6 of them at 56 each is 324. No, excuse me, 318 pieces of wheat here. This takes quite a bit of time, obviously, to build, to reseed, and to maintain. The other thing with this, which I have forgotten to mention, the problem with the automated wheat farms is that the wheat does not grow all at the exact same time. So sometimes you're going to have ones that are not fully grown. You pull the water, you pull the lever, it's going to kill the seeds that are there. It's going to wipe everything out that's in there. So you can wait. You have a big farm like this, I mean, you reseed it, you've got enough wheat to last you quite a bit of time anyways, that you can sit and wait for this to all grow. It's all got lighting in the back. It's not, where is the sun? Is it getting dark? This is actually at, no, it's coming up. This actually is pretty lit up at night even, so it would continue to grow. Now you can see here, and actually fly, you can see here this water is starting from here, pushing it all the way down, going down levels, all going to one central location right down here. So you pull the lever on this one, this pulls all the wheat down, and this is a lot of wheat. This will last quite a long time. Lags it a little bit. A lot going on here, not bad, but you can see it's all coming down different sections. It's all collecting right here. So you get the idea. I don't need to pick all that up. This one here is wired. I'll show you how I wired this. Now this redstone torch actually is behind this lever. Pull the lever, it turns this wire off, which in turn turns all the wires off all the way back, which pulls all the pistons up. This wire here goes over to the farms over on that side over there. This wire goes to the farms over here, so they're identical. I'll just show you one side. So you come back up here, the wire runs back here. It's the same idea I had over there, is right across the top. It goes all the way down. Repeaters in between each section to make sure that this wire goes all the way across. And that's how that works. This is takes a little bit of time to build. Takes quite a bit of time to plant the seeds and wait for it to grow. But once you do get it to grow, then you have quite a bit of wheat for a while. Then you go back through, replant it. This obviously under here has the fence posts. There we go. Has the fence posts. I ran water actually for this one along the back and along the sides, just to make things a lot easier, because I was separating it anyways. Trying to put one, doing something like this where you do, where you put water in the middle right there. The problem with doing this is if you have wheat back here, when you drop the pistons and have the water flow, it may get caught down here. So better off having it on the side, separating it like this. So hopefully you learned how to do this. Okay, and so here we're going to go ahead and build a quick automated farm, just so I can show you how to wire everything and set everything up. We've already placed the fence posts down here, so I'm assuming that you can figure out how to do that, since that takes a little while. We'll go ahead and place our water so that we can till the land to let it start soiling. Okay, I will go ahead and get this all ready, or I'm going to go ahead and put a lava back here for lighting, and put our wall up along here. I don't know, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it just right over there, but I'm going to mention it again. Make sure you put a wall up so that way the water doesn't stray off to the side, or your wheat and seeds don't stray off to the side. Okay, so the lava is going to go in there. We're going to put water right above it, right along here. And up here, we're going to go ahead, I'm going to put the pistons from the top, coming in from the top here. I want to extend this water out just a little, or the wall out just a little bit for the water. Don't know if you necessarily have to do this. Well, I know at least right here you do. Right next to where it comes out. Okay, that's good enough for now. Alright, and then for the lava, I personally prefer, I will make the run for the lava to do this. You can just go like this, let it flow down. Possibly put 2, let it flow. I like to try to keep it even, so you can get away with 3, even though it's 4 blocks there. Put 1 in the middle there. It'll put everything even. That's just my preference on how to do it. And then we'll go ahead and put our pistons down. Like I said, we're going to go from doing it from the top here because it's easier to hide, and it can make it look a little better, I think, this way. You can hide the pistons right inside like that. I mean, you're going to have the arms sticking down most of the time, but at least it looks somewhat cleaner. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and wire this first before we put the water in there. Let me get repeater, and I'm going to need a bucket. There we go. Alright, so we're going to wire it to here. Stick it right there. Stick the button right there, this with the switch on it. So we're going to come out here, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to actually come out this way. So you can see how you could actually, if you pretend that we can go underground here too even. This way you can kind of hide it. Hoping I am, where am I at? Not even sure. Ah, perfect. Okay. So we can come out. There we go. Right through here. And then you could bring this down even more. Go underground, come up underneath that. So we'll go ahead and wire this. We're going to wire it into the top of the piston right here. Right behind it. And then you can block this off if you like up here. You know, and so on. You can cover it up. I'll just go ahead and go to there, and that's it. So we're going to wire this here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We'll drop one right here, actually. I know this is going to be more than 15 here. So there we go. And it works. And we put our water up in here. And there you go. You have yourselves a working farm in about 5 minutes. And we can grab some seeds here. I'm not going to plant this whole thing, but I'll throw some down. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something with it. There's different ways of making this, depending on how you want to do it. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and make some more tutorials, videos probably like this, along with my Let's Play here, hopefully in the near future. I have some other tutorials that I wanted to go ahead and make for you guys. I've seen some that people have made, and I just don't think they quite explain well enough. So anyways, have a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.